Married at First Sight, Season 14, Episode 8, and I'm calling this, she can spew the venom, but she can't take it. I told y'all Lindsey was a professional shit starter. I've been saying this since the very beginning. But y'all thought that little humor she was doing was funny. I knew it wasn't funny. I knew it was masquerading as hate and a superiority complex. I knew exactly what it was because she used humor to put down other people. And now guess what she's doing now? She ain't even using no humor. She's just putting down people left and right. She's a professional shit starter. And what her game plan was in the beginning was she would start shit, but then she'd run back to Mark and let Mark try to clean it up and Mark cover her for her, and then she'd be crying in Mark's arms. But guess what? Mark ain't doing that no more because you know what he realized? He realized that he's a victim too. So he ain't protecting her no more. You know what he's trying to do? He's trying to protect himself. He's trying to fight back. And let me know, that tongue of Lindsey is getting unleashed, unbridled. All that stuff about Lindsey talking about Mark the Shark is crass. He's unsophisticated. He's uncouth. You know what? She's all that 2 times over. He tries to tell her that the stuff she says in public makes him feel uncomfortable. And he keeps asking her, I wish you would stop. But she don't know how to stop. This is who she is. Like I told you, her daddy couldn't stop her. Her brother couldn't stop her. Her friends couldn't stop her. What makes you think Mark the Shark was going to come along and be able to stop Lindsey? Lindsey's been a freight train for her whole life. And that's why I told you before, they need to just leave her where she was. She should have never been on this show. I give Lindsey this. Mark's life is chaotic. And I told you that from the very beginning too, that Mark's life was chaotic. That whole story over the bed bugs and him going on the honeymoon and he tried to make it seem like it was the landlord's fault. I told you that was bullshit too. I told you that he abandoned that apartment and he was trying to leave those bed bugs to get cleaned up by that landlord and she wasn't having it. And now you find out here's Lindsey stepping in and helping with his mother because his mother hasn't been to the doctor in over a year. Well, if Mark is such a good caretaker, I don't know why his mama ain't been to no doctor. I'm telling you, Mark's life is chaotic, just like Lindsey says. But the problem with Lindsey is most people help people supposedly with no strings attached. But that ain't Lindsey's deal. Lindsey helps you, but let me tell you, there's a whole lot of strings attached. She's like the doggone mafia. Once she helps you, she owns you. She owns your soul. And what Lindsey was saying was, as much stuff as I done for you, you owe me, Mark. You owe me your loyalty. No matter what I do out in these streets, no matter what goes down, you're supposed to stand by me, stick by me, and take by me. I'm telling you, she's like the mafia. She darn near wants Mark to kill somebody for her. But girl, ain't nobody selling their soul to you. So then when they're on this little group date and Lindsey's still talking her normal stuff, still telling her jokes that aren't even funny, still interrupting people when they're talking, you know, they're trying to have a group conversation. And anytime else somebody else wants to talk, Lindsey got to jump in and say something inappropriate, stuff people don't want to even listen to. Even Jasmina, you know, she the queen checker. Even Jasmina had to check Lindsey and say, hey, can the man finish? Can the man finish his sentence? But no, Lindsey got to always talk. She always got to have the stage. And you know what? I'm not mad at Katina that Katina rolled her eyes at Lindsey. She sure did. You know what? Because Lindsey does it all the time. She just did it last couple episodes with Alyssa. So yeah, a lot of people were rolling their eyes at Lindsey. But you know what? Lindsey decided she wanted to go for Katina again. And you know what? Katina wasn't having it. Katina told her, you know better than to talk to me. You better keep your ass over there and don't say shit to me. You know what? I might embellish a little story a little bit for you, but that's what she meant. And then like normal, Lindsey thinks that Mark is going to take up for her and take her side. But you know what? She got a rude awakening because Mark was like, I'm done with you. I'm not taking up for you no more. I'm not being out here with you in these streets the way you acting. I don't like this, and I'm not going to fall in love with no woman like this, and I don't want you for my wife. So how does Lindsey take it? Well, she don't take it well. Man, that potty mouth, that vicious venom mouth, it came out. She started calling him a little man with his little roach-infested apartment. She started talking about her superiority complex, that she just going to move back to the south of Boston. Where are you going to go? Back to your mama? He said, have another drink, you drunk. She started talking about, I'm sorry if you're a small man, grow some balls with your shitty income. This girl was horrible. She said, I don't need you. And she started telling the producers and stuff, at least he can make me come. This girl is horrible. Why would anybody want her for a wife? Return her to the streets because this couple ain't going nowhere. In fact, in the after party, which I'll do a video later, even Chris started to talk about how, you know what, he wasn't surprised at this blow up that Lindsey had at the bowling alley because you know what, he said he's the one that gets the calls from them all the time. He says he always gets the calls from Mark and Lindsey, both talking about each other. And he said the whole relationship is toxic. And he should know what a toxic relationship looks like because he was in one. And he said it was toxic. Just like I told you on that after party last week when Lindsey was trying to hold his hand and console him. And I told you Mark didn't want no parts of Lindsey. He was repulsed. He didn't want her touching him or anything. And all you people kept telling me was, oh no, Lindsey was trying to comfort him. No, Chris didn't want Lindsey's comfort. Mark the shark needs to run, and he needs to run fast because Lindsey, she ain't fit for marriage. Bye, y'all.